Why, hello there.
Oh, hey. It's Hex. I'm feeling like shit today, but I made some updates to my Kinka-Piper deck, and I'm about to have a feature match with the Commander. Doing a deck we haven't profiled yet, so I thought I'd update you guys on some of the changes that I have made. In terms of the main deck, a lot of the main engine is still the same here, so I'm still running 3 of all of these because they're all pretty important to me. I've dropped down, one big change I made was I dropped down to 2 Kinka-Byo. A lot of times I would just find that I had too many damn dead Kinkas in my hand. I would have 2, sometimes even 3 of them, or I opened 1 or 2 times with 3 Kinka in my hand. And honestly, I really would just I would lose probably every time.
A little too much kink, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, honestly, you can't get too much kink. I've gone up to 2 bases. He doesn't hurt the Piper engine at all. Plus, the ability to raise his level gets me into so many more of these guys down here. The extra deck cards, which we'll get to them in a minute. I dropped both Double D Crub. They're both out of there. Instead, I've opted to put in Dim Alk, and the reason I decided to put in Dim Alk is not because I want to remove cards and use his effect in that way. Really, it's mostly for Battle Fader. I dropped Fader in defense so much that it's really important for me to be able to get him back. Now, I do still use the Galaxy Queen trick to try to dump him into the graveyard using that method, but really, getting Darks into the graveyard has not been a problem, especially since there's 2 or 3 of them that are made just to go pretty much straight there. So Unknown Synchron and Sangan. Plus, Caius almost never lasts. I mean, as soon as I summon Caius, pretty much people get rid of him. I mean, he gets Solemn Warninged a lot, same with Chaos Sorcerer. So getting him to the graveyard, I have not found to be a problem. Plus, with 1 for 1, if I have a Dark in my hand, I usually just dump it right away. A couple other changes I made to the extra deck. I dropped Duloran because I found that I wasn't bouncing Kinka-Byo enough, and Duloran really was kind of a placeholder. I really didn't know what to make the 15th card. So in order to balance my light and dark a little better, I decided to go with Magical Android. If I had a second Cat Daddy, I might go with another Cat Daddy just because another dark really couldn't hurt. But I'm pretty much stacked up on level 5s there, and I'm really kind of trying to think of another level 6, because if I use Brionac and then I'm stacked up on level 6 on the field, I kind of run into problems.
Orient Dragon.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. I don't have it. You do. In terms of side deck, I did do a little bit of changing to the side deck. I added Kinka-Byo to the side deck because I don't know. Until I can think of a reason to take it out, I feel like it's a good idea to have it in there. I don't know if there'll come that match where I'm like, you know what, I really wish I had all 3 Kinka-Byo. That said, I might dump it out and put back in the card that it displaced, which was Leeching the Light. I've played Agents a lot with this deck now, and I'm finding that I never put in Leeching the Light against them, ever. And I can still get victories against them. Generally, the engine I'm running up here, the Chaos engine, is good enough. I can get rid of their crap using, Christia I get around using Caius a lot of the time. Same with Hyperion. Plus with Chaos Sorcerer and BLS, I mean, if they don't have Christia on the field, there's really very little they can do against that sort of thing. So these are my remakes, thanks to those of you who commented on the first build, and this is kind of what's being run now. I'll let you know if there's any more updates.